Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Okay, we're on. Beautiful. Boom. What's up, Edwin? So there's one of my PSA slabs. I want you to look. Look how many. Boom! There's a lot. And I got 2 boxes of Mega Brave. I really want that Lucario, man. I really want that Lucario. Or the Bulbasaur or Venusaur art rare. The evolution set, because I got the Ivysaur, which just got sent off to PSA. So I have another 9 cards at PSA already, and I just got these 14 today. So what I'm gonna do, I don't know the grades to the cards. So okay, so that's one of the big ones. I'll show you the cards. I don't know the grades. Mewtwo and Mew GX. That's a pretty big one. I don't know the grades, but I'm going to kind of put them in order of how I want it to be. This is the big boy. This is the Pikachu and Zekrom. I'm pretty sure this is... If this is the 10, that's going to be some money. And that's going to be the last card. Charizard. Again, we don't know the grades. Now, when I went to GameStop, I told them I don't want to know the grades. I don't want to know the grades. Put it face down. And, of course, I didn't want to know anything. I knew I owed 40 bucks. So that tells me I got a pretty big card. Okay, yeah, I did some Japanese and some Chinese for the hell of it. I'm gonna put that to the side. The Quaxley. But these are those Gemstone 2. No, that was not the Squirtle you sold me. The Squirtle you sold me is in my binder. I already had sent this off to PSA. So with oh wait, I want this one here. This one here. Yeah. With this is what I got from London. London gave me that Crown Zenith ETB and a V-Star box from Crown Zenith for one of my extra SPCs. He had that Crown Zenith VMAX. He had that Crown Zenith VMAX or V-Star, whatever it was, box in his house since like day one. Come on, focus. There you go. Since like, and this is the Journey Together, so this is the stamped one. He's had that at his house since day one, and I ripped it at the hotel when they came down. So he got to watch me rip the Giratina out of a box he's had on his shelf since Crown Zenith came out. So of course I got it graded. As I explained, I'm going to start ripping packs. We're chasing the Mega Lucario today, or one of the other two evolutions of Bulbasaur. I have the Ivysaur. So I want to get all three. But so at GameStop, they have like a tier, and obviously everything's changing. The price to go is changing to send them and everything. And if it comes up a certain value, you got to pay a little bit more. Which if you went directly to PSA, you have to do that too, depending on the value. Now, before, the value was, if it's in the $200 to $500 range, it's an extra $9 per card. $5 to $1,000 was like an extra $20 per card, and then anything over $1,000, I think, was like $30, $40, or $50, something like that. So, ooh, that's my second one of those. Executor. Art rare. So I knew I had to pay $40, and I was hoping it was for a few cards that was in that, $200 to $400 range, whatever. Because then that means I would have gotten a few cards that were 10s. Now when I went to GameStop, and I was like, I don't know what I got. I don't want to know what I got. He's like, all right, so it looks like one of your cards has a $40 thing, and I was like, my dude, come on, man. Now that tells me, which is probably good news, that more than likely, my big card, which was that Pikachu Reshiram tag team, more than likely is a PSA 10. Unless the price changed that much, and then maybe it's like the Mewtwo tag team could be the PSA 10. Because if I'm not mistaken, I got to double check. I think that Pikachu Zekrom tag team at PSA 10 was like $1,000 last time I checked. Obviously the market is literally up and down. It's always a roller coaster. You never know when it's gonna be up, when it's gonna stay up, when it's gonna go down. So I don't know, Royal, can you check? It's the Zekrom Pikachu tag team. I'm almost certain it was like, at the very least, $600, $700, $800 for a PSA 10. And what I did with those cards, the last card show I went to, what I did at the last card show I went to, with London, that's where I sold my Downtown Duos Jaden Daniels card for $1,000. So after that, what I started doing, I started going to vendors' booths, looking at all the near mint stuff. And I mean, I was hunting certain cards, and I was looking at them, checking the edges, checking to see if I feel like it's close enough to grade. And hey, I got another one of those. That's just basically an EX. Just to see if there's anything that's worth grading. Yeah, 1160. Yeah, I told you it's over $1,000. So I went to that card show and I was looking at everyone's cases, at certain cards, and then I was actually like looking at cards, seeing the price, and then seeing how much they would be as a 10. And that's how I found that Pikachu Reshiram. I was like, So he had the Pikachu and the Reshiram for $200, and he had the 151 Charizard for $200. So that's $400. When I looked, the Charizard 151 Charizard was more around like 190, 185 to 190. And the Pikachu Zekrom was more like it hung at that 200 pretty strong. There was one at 195. It hung really strong at 200. There was a couple at 210. So I told him, like, yo, would you do 380 for both? That's $10 off each. I see that the 151 Charizard is sitting around that $90 range. And the other one is pretty firm around that 200, but cash, would you do 380 for both right now? And he's like, instantly, without even thinking about it, yeah, I'll do that. So I pretty much paid $190 for that Pikachu Zekrom tag team card. So if that is the PSA 10 that cost me $40 extra, that means I just made $1,000 on that one card. But then that tells me a lot of the other cards are going to be 9s. Like the Charizard, 151 Charizard more than likely is going to be a 9. The Squirtle's going to be a 9. Because, well, I don't think the Squirtle was over $200 at a PSA 10. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, unless it's gone down recently, the 151 Charizard, isn't it like 250 or 260 in the PSA 10? Because if that's the case, then that would have cost me money as well. If I paid $40 and that's the only card that's a 10, that's wild. That's wild that it's gone up that much to pay extra for the value. And they had a Mega Lucario there that someone just traded, and he was like, I'll do it for $100. Instead of buying one of these boxes, I could have just bought the card. And if it looked clean, like I would have sent that shit to PSA immediately. That shit looked so clean. But I was like, man, but I want to rip it though. Like the fun is ripping it, and he's like, I know, but you can have it right now for the price of one of those booster boxes. Oh, come on. My freaking picking the stack up kind of messed things up. So I had to open up something, man, because I didn't want to just come on here and just show my grades and that's it. Ooh, okay. An SR. I think I have this one, or is there two? I think there's two special art rare item cards. There's like 3 of them, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And let me see. Actually, I think I have it over here. Unless I put it up already. Did I put it up already? I think it's in my yellow trade binder, which is right there, but I don't wanna keep everybody waiting just to see, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's like three of those items, special items, 3 or 4 of them. I might have 2 now. Woo! Okay. That's a new one that I haven't pulled yet. Is that a Noctil? Right? Is that what this is? The is it Noctil? It's the one that looks like a house. Like boulders. I don't know. I don't read Chinese or Japanese. Now I'm wondering, maybe I should have bought that card, because that card was clean. No spots, no creases. It looked good. The centering looked good all around. Centering looked really good all around. Corpish. Spirit Tomb. Well, I'm gonna do like 4 of them. I know this makes it go quicker, but I like that it only has 5 packs. I like that it only has 5 packs because it makes the things go quicker, but I feel like I'm opening the packs like more often now because it's like open pack, 5 cards, open pack, 5 cards, open packs, 5 cards, open pack. You know, it's like, all right. So I got 3 packs here. Let's see what we can get. I kept all the cards in. There's nothing. That was the first pack. Corpish. Ooh, okay. SR Trainer. Sandshrew. Oh, Spirit Tomb. Spirit Tomb art rare. I like it. I like it. I don't know why. I feel like I need to have like background music or something. I can't wait for Mega Brave to actually, or just Mega Evolutions to actually come out. I think I'm gonna go all in on this set, man. I don't know. I really like the Mega Evolution cards. They look pretty sick. I may or may not. I say that now, but why is this pack fighting me so much? Here we go. Onyx, Spirit Tomb, Trainer, Vulpix. I don't know what that is. Croclocks, right? Is that a Croclocks? Executor? Or Execute? Execute? Yeah. Goldingo. Damn, those 3 packs didn't have shit. Those 3 packs didn't have nothing. All right, here we go. Riolo. I feel like I got that card a lot. Damn, is this gonna be another 3-pack dud? Okay. Another SR item. Like well, not golden stretcher, but well, yeah, the golden stretcher. The foil on that looks crazy. Yeah, I got really excited because these cards I put in a month ago. Like, this is one of the fastest turnarounds I've gotten with GameStop. Like, they've been getting to PSA in like 2 days. Like, literally the last 9 I sent it on Sunday. It got there on Tuesday. They already got it. I'm like, holy crap. And then this one 2 days ago. Ooh, okay. Nice little art rare there. 2 days ago, I got the notification that my grades are in. And I was like, oh, man, I'm not going to get my cards till after the cruise. Because I go on a cruise next week. And, well, the end of next week. And, you know, usually at that point, when I get that notification saying your grades are in, it takes about another week or two, week and a half to 2, for them to get back to GameStop. And literally, I got that notification yesterday, actually, because I told London when he got in the chat, and I'm like, man, I could look right now if I wanted to. It was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But Royal, the one that talked me into not doing it, he's like, nah, you got to stream it, man. It's a lot of cards. So I was like, all right. And then, boom, today I'm literally working, you know. My mind's not set on that because, you know, I already put it in my head that it's going to be after the cruise. And boom, I get an email. When I'm breaking, I check my email. Your cards are ready to be picked up. I said, what? Golly. That shit was quick. Wordle. Celebi, Firo, Ivysaur. Oh, excuse me. Ooh! Okay. Let's go. There's an SR for you. I think that's my second one, too, of those. I think I have one of those, too, already. I don't know. I don't remember the name of that. It says SR on the bottom. The full arts say AR. If anything, it's a illustration rare. Similar to an illustration rare. Because it says AR for the art rare. So I would assume that that's the full arts. SR, special rare, I would assume that's like the illustration rares. And then it'll say SIR or SAR for the big hit. But it's still a really nice card. We're getting hits. We are getting hits. Coming down to the nitty gritty here, man. I'm getting really excited. I need to see what these grades are. Edwin, you still here? I know you're probably playing. I know you're probably playing. What? I don't know, though. I don't think London's getting on today, so no farming simulator for us. Firo. It's not. Ah, that's my second one. I already got the Ivysaur. Oh man. I mean, that's good. Let's see. Damn, this one looks better than the other one. This one looks better than the other one. Yep, this one's going to get graded. Hold on, let me put this in a sleeve ASAP. And then into a card saver immediately. This one's going to get graded as well. I already have one there getting graded, but I'm going to grade another one because I want to try to get all 3 of them in 10s. That's my goal. I want all 3 of them in 10s. So, for those who don't know, you see this Ivysaur? They have the evolution of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur all with this artwork behind it. And it kind of like puts together and you can like make one picture kind of thing. Sandslash. Oh wait, put that over there. Another one of those guys. Croclox, Milk Tank, Ivysaur, Trainer, Corpish, Spearow, Sandshrew, and the son from Mario, Super Mario 3 that everyone hates. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these newer Pokemons, and obviously I can't read Japanese. Man, I wish that was one of the other two, but that's okay because that one there actually looks cleaner than the other one that I sent. So, oh damn, I pulled out 5 this time. That one actually looks a lot cleaner than the one I already sent. So I'm hoping to get all 3 of those in a 10. Ooh, okay. Art rare. Full art. Onyx. Isn't this like Speed Up or something like that? Goldingo. Riolu. You got a Donald Trumpmon. Spiritomb. Trainer. Bulbasaur. Onyx. Ugh. Come on, Mega Lucario, where you're at, man? Where you at, man? Oh shit, I see it now. A Donald Trumpmon. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I first read that I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm like, what the heck's he talking about? And then I looked at it when I was putting the cards away. I was like, oh shit. I see it now, the hair. It looks like Donald Trump. Corpish. Blockhead. Another. I got like 3 of those now. Goldingo. Fearow. Ticket Tongue or Ticket Talk. It's one of those ticker somethings. Riolu. Nothing. Man, coming down to the wire here, y'all. I got 7 more packs. 7 more packs, Edwin. You know what that means? That last pack gonna have my Mega Lucario in it. I got 2 more boxes coming in next Tuesday as well. I'm off next Friday. I might stream opening up those 2 boxes too. I don't know. We'll see. Lately, I've been getting my big hits off stream, like pulling the Captain's Pikachu. I just randomly did that one day myself. I pulled the Black Bolt Zekrom. Randomly, I just bought an ETB, came home, I opened it while we're on the game playing. Boom. All my big hits lately have been off stream. It's pissing me off. But if that's what it takes to get my big hits, maybe I might, Ivysaur, Sandshrew, EX. Come on. The Sun, Trainer, Vulpix. Okay, another illustration rare. Trainer, Full Art Trainer, SR Trainer, whatever Trainer. Not gonna lie, out of 2 boxes though, we've gotten a lot of hits. Whoa. I almost threw the pack. I almost threw the cards out and kept the pack. That would have been bad. Alright, here we go. Last 4 packs, guys. Let's see what we got here. Croclox, Trainer, Celebi, Tika something, Vulpix, Sand Shrew, or no, that's Sand Slash, Miltanks, Corpish, Croclux. Oh, London is on? Oh, it must be raining. He did say the only way he's going to get on is if it's raining. Nothing. Boo. Hey, Edwin, go in the chat if you're in the chat and tell him to get on. I'm about to show my grades. I'm about to show my PSA grades. Tell him to jump in this live stream. So here's the EX hits. These are all beautiful, man. I just love the artwork on these. I don't care that they're just EXs. I really do love the artwork on them. They look awesome. And then here's the hits, the illustration rares, full arts. I mean, you know, 2 boxes, and we did cook here a little bit. That's actually pretty good. I'm in a DC call. So just go over real quick. You can just switch over really fast and say, hey, get in the chat. Bobby's about to show the damn. Let me text him. You're useless, Edwin. Jump in on stream. I'm about to show the grades. Alright, there. I just texted him. I hope he comes because London is the person I was with when I went to the card show. He came down. He lives in Georgia. He came down from Georgia, and we went to a card show. And why does that look disgusting? Ugh, that's what I've been drinking this whole time? Ugh. Yeah, no. We are not drinking this anymore. That looked disgusting. Give me some water. Must have been from the ice. Yo, what's up, Mr. London? So, I opened up 2 boxes of Mega Brave Evolutions. Oh, I forgot. I got another Ivysaur. That's going to get graded. It looks really good. And I actually got all these hits. These are EXs. These are the Mega Brave. I really like this set. The cards are really beautiful. I did get a good hit, a couple of good hits. Some I already had. So now I had put these in order from what I feel is like kind of the weakest. When it comes to card, like the first 4 or 5 are Chinese cards. I don't know the value on them. I will look. As I said, one of the cards I had to pay $40 for. I wish the GameStop guy didn't tell me it was only 1 card. Because that leads me to believe that my big card, which is at the bottom here, is the one I got a PSA 10 that was the extra $40. If that's the case, that was a $190 card that I bought at that card show, London, and it's worth $1,100 right now. $1,160. And a PSA 10. So we got 14 cards here that I just picked up today from GameStop. Here's the first one. This is from the Gemstone. I think it's 1 or 2. It's 1. Sparagito. This is the SIR. One of the SIRs from there. Ooh, coming out the gate! Coming out the gate with a Gem Mint 10 Sparagito, Sparagato, Gemstone Pack 1. This is the pack that has the Captain's Pikachu, which is currently at PSA getting graded with the Black Bolt Zekrom. Power just flashed off on my phone. Yo, what's up, Nate? So this is the first card. Boom, right out the gate, we got a PSA 10 on the Chinese. Let's go. Here's another Sparagito. This is another SIR out of the set. An 8. Ooh, that's pretty bad. Let's see if I can see why it's an 8. I mean, it doesn't look off-centered on the front. Just in time for reveals. Yes, you are. I honestly... I don't see no dots on this thing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, looks like there's a gouge down here at the bottom. And then I don't know if you can see, but to me it kind of looks like the card is like cockeyed a little bit. Like if you look at the bottom line, like it seems to get a little thinner on this side. Yeah, but for an 8, I mean this card looks pretty freaking good. It is what it is. I'm not gonna hold the stream up. So here's another one from there, Quaxley. Woo! Gem Mint 10, baby! There we go. We got 2 10s. This is also from the Gemstone pack, right? Gemstone pack? No. CBB1CS. What is this from? I think this is from the Gemstone pack as well. Another SIR. And then here's the Mouscata, I think it's called. Oh, Florigata from CBB1CS. This is also another Chinese. There's a couple of Chinese packs that I opened. I opened up the 2 gemstones, and then there was a couple of other ones that I opened. Ooh, another 10, bro. We are cooking. 4 cards, 3 10s. Let's go. 4 cards, 3 10s. So those are the Chinese cards, because I don't think I have any more. I think I only had these 4. 3 of the 4. And you know, I've always heard that Japanese and Chinese cards, and that's kind of another reason possibly on why their 10s, unless it's a big card, really is the value isn't as much as English, because I've heard that the Japanese and the Chinese cards, they're cut cleaner. Like they're more precise on their cuts. So people say that it's a lot easier to get a 10 in a Japanese or a Chinese card. The last one in the Evo line of that is the one you traded me, the SIR in English. Ah, okay. So that's the Florigata, and then just the Spirigata, the Florigata, and then the Masker something, right? So here we go. The Masquerada, yeah. Special illustration rare. See, it says special illustration rare, but what is this? Pokemon Raging Bolt EX, a 9. Okay, not bad. I'm not gonna knock it. You know, I'm not gonna be like those. Oh, it's a 9. Oh. I looked at the 8 because I'm like 8's pretty bad, and I'm like, let me see if I can see what they see, and I still don't see what they see. Like this card looks pretty damn good to me for an 8. I mean, if it's a 9, it's a 9. The only thing I think of, it's kind of offset a little bit. Oh, there is a pretty dent up top. But see, sometimes I feel like that happens when they put it in the case. Alright, here we go. Ends Reshiram. Journey Together. This is the enhanced booster box. So remember, when they came out with Journey Together, there was a regular booster box which just had 36 packs. And then there was an enhanced booster box that had this promo within that booster box, and it has the Journey Together stamp on it. Now you can still pull this card in the set, but the promo with the stamp on it, raw, costs more than the actual card that you can pull in the set. And we got a 9. Alright. Not bad. I knew some of these cards were, you know, going to be 50-50. It looked close. And I said, I'll give it a shot. And the back looks kind of a little bit off, but, you know, it is what it is. Here we go. Giratina, London. This is the card I pulled from your box that was sitting on your shelf for a long time. I have a feeling, though, this got a 9 based off of what the GameStop guy said with owing $40. Ready? Yep, like I said. Because if this got a 10, it was over $200. So I'm not surprised based off of that this is a 9. Even though this card looks pretty dang immaculate, I really don't see where Man, I really don't see where it would be a 9. Not gonna lie, I might re-crack this. I might crack this. I'm gonna see the value, but I'm probably gonna crack this, and I might resend that one just for shits and giggles. Pikachu VMAX Lost Origin 2022 Sword and Shield, a 6. Damn. See, these older cards are really hard to tell because the borders are different. See, on these, you can see gray, card, gray. Like, you see the border. But when you get to cards like this, you can't really see the border as well because they put the artwork is in the border as well. So it's really hard to gauge on how, you know, if it's up high or low high, Leo. That's bad. A 6? That's getting cracked and put in my trade binder. Misty Psyduck. Illustration rare from Destined Rivals. And we got a 9. I think this is my second Misty Psyduck in a 9. Okay. So far, that's it. I wish that Giratina was a 10, but I'm probably gonna send that one back in. I really feel like that looks really good. Here's a Mew EX. Pokemon Ultra Premium Collection, a 9. I had a feeling because a lot of these cards, if they were 10s, would have been over $200, and I didn't have enough. When I went to pick them up, there wasn't that much money to pay extra. Damn, man. This shit look... Okay, I guess I can see it where it looks a little lower. It does look... Now that I look at it, the card does look a little lower than normal. The Squirtle! Illustration rare. This is from Scarlet and Violet base, right? Scarlet and Violet base? Or Stella Crown. There's a Stella Crown. I think it's Stella Crown. And we got a 9. I had a feeling a lot of these were going to be 9s. It's hard, man, to do that, man. Like I said, I was trying to get cards. You know, and a lot of people say that vendors, if they don't see it being a 10, if it's sitting in there, more than likely it's not going to be a 10 because they would grade it. But, you know, a lot of times, sometimes people aren't into the grading part. Like, they don't want to just, you know, spend the time to send it out there. All right, Charizard EX, Special Illustration Rare. I have a feeling this is a 9 as well, based off of what GameStop said of me owing $40, because I have a feeling it's going to be that card, which if it is, I'm going to be happy as fuck. But an 8. Wow, I thought this card looked better. At least a 9. An 8, really. Yeah, there is a white dot in that corner down there that I can see, like, immediately. And I guess, again, the card now that I'm looking at it, kind of looks a little like this. Like, it's just like it gets fatter. Or ever so slightly gets fatter. That's fine. That card could just go into my trade binder, or I'll keep it as a... It's either going in my trade binder or I'll keep it in my, like, I do have a PC where I started actually keeping cards and finding out reasons to keep cards. Hey, Sophie, how's it going? Alright, so here's Mewtwo and Mew GX. I don't remember what this card came out to as a PSA 10, but I want to say that, again, I'm going all in that this last card is the big card that's a 10. A 9. That's what I figured. So if that's the case, guys, that's the case. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Mewtwo, and Mew GX. Another card that I got from the card show. Unified Minds. PSA 9. Again, the borders are really tough to gauge in these older cards. Man, this card just looks so good to me. But what do I know? I am not a PSA. Alright, so here it is. I haven't got my $40 value because all the cards that would have been big cards were 9s. So they weren't over $200. Oh, I'm doing really good. Now this card here, Pikachu and Zekrom GX. I bought this at that card show. Paid $190 for it, raw. If this is a PSA 10, this card's worth almost $1,200 right now. And I have a feeling this is a PSA 10. If it's not a PSA 10, I'm starting to wonder what the hell in this set here of 9s is worth, you know, over $500. We ready? This is it. This is the one I've been waiting for. Can a big card finally that I send into PSA hit a 10? Because as you can see, all the big cards I sent today were 9s. All my 10s are my Chinese ones. Literally all my 10s are my Chinese ones. How long have you been streaming? Not too long. Let's go! Let's go! Let's fucking go, baby! Let's go! Finally! Finally! Let's go! Oh my god. Oh my god. It finally happened, guys. Oh my god. All the freaking cards that I've sent to PSA that were worth something, that had big value in a 10, always came back in a 9. Always came back in a 9. Oh my god. When I saw this card at the card show, I looked at it and I was like, man, raw, this is worth $200. And then when I looked it up on Collector, it said 1,000 something. It was over $1,000 as a PSA 10, and I was like, man, that's a lot of money just to try it. I looked at it. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I paid $190 for this card, and it's worth almost $1,200 right now. Oh my god, let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, son. Woo! That's why we do this. That's why we spend a lot of money to do this shit. This right here. Pikachu and Zekrom, baby. This is now my most expensive card that I own. Now my most... See? Again, this would have been like $700-800. This would have been a few $100s. This would have been like almost $300. Where's the other? If those would have gotten 10s, oh my god, I would have like $4,000 or $5,000, like $3,000 or $4,000 worth of cards. This was, I think this is like $280 in a 10. Oh man. Oh, I'm so happy right now, guys. Guys, I am so happy. Holy crap, I cannot believe it. Let's freaking go. Promo tag team. Pikachu and Zekrom GX. Do I stream any other games? Lately I've just been streaming, opening up Pokemon stuff. YouTube chat. I'm talking to. I'm also live on Twitch, so there's someone in there conversating. I don't want them to think like I'm ignoring them, but yeah, I do stream. I'm waiting for some games to come out, like Borderlands 4. I'm probably gonna stream like the whole thing of. I play a lot of like 2K and sometimes Call of Duty, and I get pretty. My rage and my vulgar language usually gets the best of me. So I don't really stream those that much. I tend to like to stream more of like story-driven games and stuff like that. So yeah, I think Borderlands I'm gonna stream, and then what's the other one? Ghosts of Yotei I'm possibly gonna stream some of, but lately I've just been opening up a lot of Pokemon stuff. As you can see, I got a little collection going on over here, or I'm doing wrestling. I'm big into wrestling, WWE, and lately I've been doing Legos. So here's a Mario, and I finished my. You love to play cozy games? What do you consider a cozy game? Like a cozy game? Is that like? Chat. Cozy game. What could be considered a cozy game? Like a Minecraft? Oh, Animal Crossing? Okay, that makes sense. That was not coming across. So like Pokemon, Zelda, stuff like that. Animal Crossings. I love like Mario Party. You know, like Mario Party and Mario Kart and that stuff like that. I don't know, man. I grew out of the whole handheld thing. Farming Simulator, yeah. Death Stranding is cozy. Death Stranding's not cozy. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Farming Simulator lately, like a lot. Fortnite. I don't know. Fortnite. Okay, so Fortnite, when it first came out, my crew, we ran Fortnite like it was going out of style. All ran Fortnite big back in the day. I'm talking like OG map before it cracked for the first time or destroyed and whatever. But I'm not a big fan of third-person competitive games like shooters and stuff like that. Third-person, I would prefer like story-driven games. What's your all-time favorite game? Well, if I'm going off of the podcast, because a lot of the people that's in my YouTube chat is a part of the Discord for the podcast that I used to do full time. It was a PlayStation podcast. Going through that for the 5 years that we did that, 5 or 6 years, I actually upgraded my type of gaming. Before it was just sports, fighting, you know, linear games, Uncharted, God of War, stuff like that. So for the longest time, God of War was number one for me. I'm a massive God of War fan. But doing the podcast, I've actually broadened my horizon when it comes to gaming. Like I wasn't a big RPG fan, or like anime or JRPGs, but within the podcast, there was 4 of us. We all had, you know, eclectic tastes of. I'm from the U.S., Virginia. I'm in Florida. And so I branched out and I started playing a whole bunch of games I never would have played before. And lo and behold, Final Fantasy VII Remake took my top spot. Because to me, what makes a cool game, what makes an awesome game, what makes a top tier game is not only a game that you can watch and enjoy. It's not a game that you can just play and enjoy. To me, I feel like when you watch TV shows, when you watch movies, you know, even in real life, you know, relationships, person to person, what do you feel? You feel emotions, you know? You feel emotions. Emotions make each moment better, you know, or worse. You know, that's what drives the moments, right? So to me, games that give me emotions are games that I think are top tier. So there's 2 of them right now. God of War I've just enjoyed because I love the stories and I just enjoy it and it's badass and I play. But the 2 top games that gave me a massive amount of emotions while playing it, there's 2 of them. One gave me an emotion, and The Last of Us 2, for obvious reasons. I was literally streaming. You could go back on the PS and BS podcast channel, and when I was streaming for that channel, I was streaming The Last of Us 2. When Joel got killed, I was so struck, lost for words. I walked away from my TV. I told the chat, there was probably like 8, 9, 10, 12 people, I don't remember, it was a while ago, in the chat. We all were just as shocked. What they were saying was like, holy crap, didn't see that coming. I literally left. I'm like, chat, I need a break. And I just started streaming because that happened like off rip, like first 30 minutes of the freaking game, 45 minutes of the freaking game. I walked out of my room and did like 3 or 4 laps in my house. Like, I can't believe they just killed Joel. I can't believe they killed Joel. And then I came back to my stream. All the people were still there. Not one person left. And they all were still feeling the same way. I think some of them even said I had to get up and walk away too. I couldn't believe what we just saw. And I just put my controller down and left it standing there because it just hit me that hard. But the rest of the game I just kind of enjoyed. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake, there were so many emotions. I laughed. I got emotional. I didn't cry, but I got emotional. I got invested in the characters. When certain characters died, I felt that too. When they looked like they were going to die and they survived, I cheered that. I had so many different up and down roller coaster emotions. Every possible emotion that a human can feel, I felt playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. And that's why that's become my #1 game, is because not only did I enjoy playing the game, I felt it on a different level, if that makes sense. And to me, that's what makes a great game. If a game is good and you just play it and you beat it and you're like, oh, that was awesome, cool. But if you're on the verge of like, damn, like that hits home, if you get emotional, start crying, laughing, have your favorites, cheering for people, booing people, like you're playing a game and you're booing somebody, like that just doesn't really happen often, you know? So to me, that's what makes like a really top tier game. So that's how I gauged that, you know, and that's why that became my #1 game. But thanks for asking. So I'm gonna put my cards away because I still can't believe that shit happened, bro. W win for today. We got the PSA 10 Zekrom. And now I have 2 cards that I'm waiting on. The Black Bolt Zekrom, which raw right now is still about $400. And I think PSA 10 is in the 2000s, 1800 or something like that. And then the Captain's Pikachu, which I think the raw Captain's Pikachu is up to like 260, 270. And I think the PSA 10 is like 800. So if those 2 come back 10s, bro, we're cooking. We are cooking. Let's see. Royal on the YouTube chat says, for me, it's GTA 5 because the game where anything is possible. And if I was to describe my dream game, it would be GTA 5. Can't argue with that, man. Dude, GTA 5 is on a different level. With the freaking, what's it called? The role-playing shit that they can do now on that game. I know more than likely on PC. But, like, they got people out there having car shows, drag racing events, people being cops and like pulling people over, and people are actually playing it legit. You know, they're like, "Oh shit, I just got pulled over," you know, and they're like, "Yes, sir, this and that. What do you do?" Blah blah blah. You know, and that's crazy to think that you could literally live like a real secondary life within a video game. And I know they had Sims and all that other shit, but I don't think any of that's on the level of what you could do and what it can feel like in GTA 5. Would you ever sell that card since now you know how much it's worth? No. Okay, let me retract that. I wouldn't just sell it. Okay? There is a card I would want. I would utilize that to get a bigger card that I want. I want a Poncho. That's like one of my dream cards, is to get a Poncho Pikachu. And I want to say in a PSA 10, the Poncho's Pikachu, the cheapest ones is like $5,000. And they go all the way up to about 10. There's a Mario and Luigi Poncho Pikachu that I think is like 10 or 15,000 a piece. Here, let me pull it up so y'all can see it, because that's literally my dream card. So because this is an older card, so it's literally going to just keep going up and up and up and up. No. It's just going to keep going up and up. Poncho Pikachu. Images. So here we go. So here's a couple. See, here's the Mario. So these are considered poncho Pikachus because he's wearing like a poncho. They call it poncho, but it looks like it's a costume. So like this is called a shiny Rayquaza Pikachu. This is a regular Rayquaza Pikachu. Here's a Charizard Pikachu. There's the Mario. They have the ninja ones. Here's a Gyarados. Here's a shiny Charizard. So these are all poncho Pikachus. There's a Lucario one. Here's a Magikarp. There's a shiny. Actually, I do have 3 of them. Let's see what this says. Does it have a price? Does it have a price? No. All right, see, look, $7,500 for this card right here. Here's all of them. Can you? You can't really see, but yeah, you can't see the Luigi one. The Luigi one's pretty cool. Oh, there's the Gyarados. So this is like my dream card here. One of these ponchos. Ooh, a Blastoise poncho. And the cheapest ones are like the Charizard, the plain Charizard, the Gyarados. They're usually like around that $5,000 range. So if it came to a point to where I found someone that's willing to take some big cards like that one, to where I can get me a poncho Pikachu, then yes, I will get rid of it. But here, I do have these 3 guys, which is the regular Rayquaza, the Shining Charizard, and the Gyarados. These I got at Card Party, but they're metal, so I only paid $25 for the 3 of them. So these aren't real cards. They have the image on them, so it's cool because I have it and I can say I have it. You know, but they're metal. You know, they're not an actual card. But the art is really cool to have. These are actually promos. But the real cards of these, if these were the real cards, this would be like almost $20,000 worth of cards right here. This is like probably like $4,300. This one here is probably about $7,000, almost $8,000, and then this one's probably got to be around that $6,000 as well. So this is probably at least $17,000, $18,000 worth of cards if these were real cards. Instead, since they're metal, I got them for $25. Not each either, all 3 of them. But at least I have it in my set to see. They're really cool to see. But for now, that is going in my set, my collection, and it is going nowhere. The other cards, that Giratina I'm going to crack and resend. I really feel like that's a good card. I really feel like that could be a 10. I might resend the Mewtwo as well. The Charizard I'm not going to send because I can kind of see something with that one. But, oh yeah, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. I know everyone, every time someone comes in on Twitch, they always ask for me to do that, and then I say no and they disappear. It's all good. I appreciate you coming in, but I'm just solo. I just do this for fun. A couple of my people watch, and that's it. I'm not trying to make money doing this. I just enjoy it. So, thank you guys for watching. I know that I normally don't stream on the weekdays, but I was excited to get my cards today. I appreciate everyone for showing up. It's Thursday, right? I don't know. The weeks are going crazy. I'm getting on some gaming right now, so I will holler at y'all later. And I'll see you on the next one. You're